Kyrie Irving. If you look at Kyrie Irving's name, esoterically, his name is Chiron. Kyrie, Chiron. And they call him Chi, which is connected to the word chi, chi. And there's also a deep level here of the double and the dual and the ka that comes from the Egyptian abbreviations. So when you look at his name and then you see that he's an Aries, he is definitely speaking from a Chiron energy, which in astrology is that wounded healer, where he's putting everything on the line, his reputation, his son, his pride, his ego on the line to stand for the esoteric message that the ball is in your court. And it's a message of peace, because Aries is the sign of war. So we currently have Chiron in Aries, and him being an Aries sun, I feel like his message of peace brings the concept of not that he is on one side or the other, but that he has the right to choose. So this becomes a very pivotal moment, everyone, as the astrology planets are starting to move direct, very specific ones that are connected to the energy of the world, the perspective of the world view, with Pluto moving direct in Capricorn. So this is a moment that is pivotal in the movement forward, in the trajectory forward. And it's almost like a metaphorical Rosa Parks not sitting in the back of the bus kind of energy. And it dates back to the squares that we had actually with Uranus and Pluto. This was in mid to early, I guess you would say, I don't want to be inaccurate with that. I'll maybe write it down, or if you guys know the dates, I think it's like 2015, maybe 2012 to 2015 that we had those squares. Very similar to the conjunction that happens in the 60s when the whole movement for equality happened on a race level. So it's different with the alignment of Uranus and Pluto in a conjunction in the 60s versus in a square at this time, right? And these are outer planets, so this is why I bring this in, because sometimes outer planets, the energy manifests over a decade, right? So we're really seeing that start to play itself out in the ability to kind of like fight against the normal rules, or to see that there's something wrong with what is normal, and to make sure that there is inherently a freedom of choice. So I think that this is a really important and pivotal time. And now that Pluto is going direct, I think that Pluto is making a move. The square is out. The Uranus and Pluto square is finished. But now that Pluto's making this move and all of this is happening at once, I feel like it's all connected. And so the message here is that the ball's in your court, and that you can start to be your own powerful authority on what decisions that you make, from a very strategic eye, understanding all of the things that are at play here. And I think that also him putting his reputation, his career, and his money on the line is also a very big message for Uranus in Taurus, which is the sign that rules over money and income. So if you peep my video on Chiron and Aries, where I talk about how the vision is easily distorted, you also think of the Ka in Kyrie's name, where that's considered a double. It's like a dual spirit from the Egyptian syllable Ka, and so it's also like a double vision, right? So he's like a symbol of a double vision, of being able to see two sides, having more than just your eyes. And so that gives you more of a sense of choice, and it's very powerful. Okay, so in his chart, he's also got Lilith in Aquarius, and I focus on Lilith on this channel, and we have Saturn starting to move direct in Aquarius. So this is the kind of like the karma, right, of the group settings, like the group dynamics, being that he's on a basketball team and being kind of the one that stands out, which is also Aquarius energy, the one that is strikingly different. So there's also a message here of trying to be autonomous, but also still being a good team player with the group dynamics. So all of this energy is shifting for a very great moment, and for all of us to see, and for many to wake up to the conscious ability to make your own choices.